All right, I'm back. Did you miss me? Sorry about the absence. I went hunting, and it ended up being like 4 days, maybe 4 or 5 days that I was just MIA, and I didn't give you guys heads up, so that was my bad. But we're back. So, and we got right here this dark chestnut ale. I'll bring it closer so you can see. Dark chestnut ale looks like 9 ABV. It's a 2019 variant, and it's brewed with chestnuts. So this sounds very delicious. It looks like they call this one Kuri, a beautiful Japanese dark ale brewed with chestnuts. Another one of my Japanese beer that I got from that Japanese snack place. That's escaping me right now, but very cool. Japanese snacks, Japanese beers, and some other good craft beer from around. I like that place. Anyhow, another Japanese beer, rich, warm, sweet, and full-bodied product of Japan, brewed by, bear with me, Miyazaki Hideji Beer Co. out of Miyazaki, Japan, and imported through Seattle. So I'll give you that just so that you can see how I butchered it. And let's see what it says on the side. Nothing important, just the general surgeon warning. Alright, and it actually says best after May 2020. So that's how you know it was meant to be aged. So let's crack this thing open. We got our bottle opener, of course, on our shaving brush stand. And no, I do not have a problem. I quit whenever I want. But there's the cap. Hideji beer. Alright, let's see what this shit's all about, huh? We're going to have ourselves a nice straight razor shave today using a soap scent and soap base that I am not familiar with. And when I'm doing these like bottles that have been sitting around aging, I usually pour about half of it out, and then I swirl the bottom to kind of get the sediment that may or may not be there involved. And then I pour the rest out just to make sure we get all the good tasties that might be stuck at the bottom. All right. Cheers. Oh, very nice. I almost get like a little bit of coffee and chocolate. Very nice. Okay, so it does have a pretty full-bodied flavor. A little bit thinner on the mouthfeel than I was expecting, but that's fine. The mouthfeel doesn't have any flavor. It's just a texture thing. Sometimes you get something that's really thick and chewy, and it's kind of like, wow, this is decadent. This one, a little bit thinner on the mouthfeel, but it does have a full-bodied flavor. It's actually quite robust with those roasty... it has like a bit of like roast, kind of like dark coffee. That's just from the malts. There was no coffee in this brew, but the chestnuts cut through that even and are very prominent. It's quite nice. All right, let's get into it. We're using Ariana Evans Skin Essentials, and this one is their Bhang scent. Now, this jar looks very fancy from over here. It's like, wow, frosted glass, a nice tin top. That is some high-end shit. But in hand, it's like plastic frost. You know, it's plastic frosted glass. So it's not frosted glass. And then there's actually a clear sticker that they put across it. So you can only see the black unless I maybe put it real close, then you can see the sticker. And by the way, there are bubbles under the sticker. Not cool, but not a big deal either. And then on the bottom, we have the ingredients. And I do believe this is a vegan formula. So that's cool. It's about $25 for 4 ounces. So not the cheapest product in town, but not bad either. The cap isn't tin, though. It's also like a plastic as well. And then there's a look at the soap right there. And I should mention that Jack from the Virtual Groomroom, my boy, Jack Daniels, he let me borrow this one because I was interested in it. So when he came up to visit, he let me borrow it. I got it all lathered up in the Thirsty Badger shave bowl. And let me try to spin it around without breaking it. Thirsty Badger shave bowl right there. Beautiful, beautiful lather. Real easy to whip up, and it took a gang of water. That's what we like to see. Turn and Shave Custom from back in the day. This was my first turn and shave. And it has a no name, no nonsense, no frills, no gel, badger knot on top, and I love it. So, that is that. Let's see what this shit's all about. I still got my wristwatch on. I noticed that when I dunked my hands in the water, so thankfully I didn't have a lot of water. Alright, let us get to it. So like I said, we have about 4 to 5 days growth. I don't know when my last video was. Maybe Wednesday? Maybe Thursday? I honestly can't remember. The days are slipping away from me. The scent on this one, it's quite nice. I thought that I was going to absolutely love it. And I think this one is going to end up being more of a like rather than a love. But that's fine. I still enjoy it. And it's not mine, so it's not like I'm out any money. Like I said, Jack's just letting me borrow it. But it's a warm scent. It's kind of subtle. It's not overpowering or anything like that. It does have a slight sweetness, but it's nothing crazy. It's like I said, it's a subtle scent. And I think Peter even says that it has like a subdued scent was the words that he used on the Shaving Shop website or A&E's website, whatever. Anyhow, real easy to whip up. It does have a nice density to it. It's a nice luxurious lather. Easy to whip up. So there wasn't actually like scent notes readily available. At least not that I seen on the website. But he did list some ingredients of, because Bhang Tandai is actually a drink that he based this off of. A drink common in India. And so he based that off of this, or he based this scent off of that drink. Very interesting. Let's introduce the razor and we'll continue. We got our Hennes custom right here. And we got the white abalone scales. This is a 7/8. This is a quarter hollow. Tried something different. Didn't have a quarter hollow. I do have some file work along the spine. And very, very nice. Kind of a coffee boxin box. Not coffee box. Not coffee boxin. Coffin box type shape right here on the end. Very nice. Very clean, classy razor. I like it. I like it a lot. Oh, and it does have the red liner. So white and red. You know me with my red. Alright, let's get into it. So yeah. Bhang is based off Bhang Tandai. A drink common in India, I guess. It actually ties in a little bit with their common religion. They have the Shiva, god of destruction, which I guess is not a bad thing. Sorry, I'm not very versed in their religion. I'm just kind of reiterating what I learned from the description of this scent. But Shiva, I guess, was a prominent figure that either partook in the Bhang Tandai drink I'm probably not even saying Bhang right now that I'm thinking about it. But, sorry and shit. Yeah, so he basically drank the drink, or he, was fond of Bhang. And Shiva is one of their gods, so on and so forth. They drink this stuff quite regularly. The notes, or I should say the ingredients of the drink that this scent was based upon: milk, water, sugar, aniseed, almonds, peppercorns, saffron, green cardamom, bang seed powder, melon seed, dry rose petals, and cannabis notes. Now, before knowing any of that, I open this up, and since I'm not a fan of the rose note like 95% of the time, I opened it up and I immediately picked up rose. Now, I'm not saying this is rose prominent, but I am quite sensitive to that note. I do not like it. I am a fan of most other florals. I just don't like rose. And so I immediately picked it up, and I was a little bit off-put by the scent, but I lathered it up, and I kind of lived with it for a few minutes, and it's not bad. It's not bad. The rose isn't egregious, and I think that kind of helps me get by, because definitely I smelled the rose immediately. Now, it does have like a warm spiciness to it, but it's subtle. The whole experience is subtle. And so it's kind of like semi-sweet, slightly spicy. All of it's a mellow experience. You do get a little bit of that like cannabis, and you do get a little bit of that rose. So just throwing that out there. It does kind of have like a spicy, herbaceous type thing going on. It's quite creative, but like I said, it's more of a like than a love for me. All right, let's go. Some more of this lather. Had no problems on that first pass. Goddamn, you would think that I'd never drank before. I'm all tongue-tied today. No problems on that first pass. Plenty of slickness. Like I said, it does have a nice density to it. A nice luxurious density. Not the densest shit in the market, but it's nice. And it seems to be a good quality vegan base, which I always like seeing like good quality vegan bases. I don't know why. I know that vegan and tallow isn't really much of a thing anymore, but back in the day when it was a thing, and you would champion a good vegan base and people would just be like, nah, not gonna try it. People were so dead set on tallow. It's kind of cool to see how far we've came. So I like seeing, badass vegan bases these days. Which reminds me, there's a few more soaps that I should pull out with badass vegan bases. Maybe we'll do a vegan base week or something. Alright, pass 2. Let's get this against the grain. Come on. Sometimes you gotta be a bit firm and confident with that stroke sometimes. Even a good edge sometimes will get hung up on a chunk of hairs, and you gotta kind of power through it. You just gotta, the thing about straight razors is you gotta make strokes with a bit of confidence. It really does help you along. Like having proper shaving angle and a light touch is very key. But there's something to be said about just having like a little bit of confidence in your strokes. It does help things along a little bit, you know. When that muscle memory is there and you can, you know, swipe a little bit more courageously, it definitely helps out. Get those beard lines all taken care of. Good. We'll flip it around. No problems whatsoever with that slickness. I could feel it. Plenty of slickness, original and residual. The scent is still lingering around. I'd say it's about a medium to maybe 5 to 6 out of 10 on the scent strength. It's a subtle scent, but it's definitely there to be enjoyed. Now another thing, correct me if I'm wrong, I don't quite remember if the Skin Essentials line is entirely essential oil based. I could be wrong about that, but I don't think I am. Maybe double check that one for yourselves. I think it might be entirely essential oil based, and if that is true, this is pretty damn creative. You know, it's a nice blend for essential oils only. And I was just cleaning up the razor there, so if you were wondering what the hell I was doing reaching off to the side. Alright, let's get this lather off and we will wrap this up. Now it does have a matching post shave, but 1, Jack didn't buy it, so 2, Jack didn't give it to me to use, and 3, there is an aftershave available, but it's not an aftershave splash, it's not an aftershave balm. It's actually one of his rice water serums, which I also have never used. So maybe one day I'll get around to that. But, yeah, this stuff was pretty good shit. I'm not going to be able to give feedback on the post-shave because, well, I'm going to use a post-shave product as per always. But A&E and the Shave and Shop Club has a pretty good reputation for having very high quality shaving products. So my guess is it's going to have at least a decent to very high quality post shave. Alright, let me move some of this stuff around. Get my Lancaster towel here. Very nice shave. The Yenas mowed that down no problem. 4 or 5 days straight razor, just mowed right down. Absolutely comfortable. Smooth shave using a shaving soap that I've never used before, but good technique. Pretty much trumps all. That was me tooting my own horn. Alright. I'll have to get the rest of that off cam. As per usual, getting the lather out of the beard is always a hassle. So, I don't have the matching aftershave, but A&E's Khalifa, I think, will be a decent enough complement to this scent. It also has a cannabis note. It's also a little bit dark and warm. So, let's roll with that. This one does have a bit of a dark gray, milky color to it. I believe this one's based off Black Afghano, the perfume, cologne. This one I like more than Bhang. I feel like it's a little bit more lively than Bhang. Bhang being, you know, more subtle than this one. And no rose, at least that I'm aware of. Maybe. I don't know. But that'll do it. Very nice shave coming back after like 4 or 5 days. It's always nice to mow multiple days growth down. So thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll catch you on the next one. Cheers.